In this life, never you start a fight you cannot finish. They will always tell you, he who fights and run, live to fight another day. Oga, who don't run, don't run. No even start the fight. If you know, say you go fight or run. No starter. Are you getting the point? Abure, we intend or don't finish as chairman of Labour Party. Oga, pack your packings and go. You say no. Now, Peter Obi, he's the leader of the party. SWOT, the only governor you have, came together. Because the embarrassment is not becoming too much. Abure go, INEC go get meeting for political parties. Abure go, INEC no go recognize them. Peter Obi say no now. I cannot be in this party. They're going to degrade us like this. They disgrace us like this. It don't make sense. Being that Labour Party is the third biggest party now in Nigeria. Courtesy of Peter Obi and the Obedient family. Are you getting the point? Now, Peter Obi and their governor, SWOT, set up a committee, caretaker committee, that will take care of the party and do all that is needed to do. You understand? And then take them to a convention that will elect new leadership of the party. Abure say all what that was done by Peter Obi and SWOT is a nullity. Him start to the fight. He started fighting like a wounded lion. Now he come outside, can't do press release. He wanted to start a fraud scandal against Peter Obi. He can't carry us. They go matter where everybody don't even forget. Matter will be say they accuse and say he chop money. He carry us go back the matter. Now I won't carry everything. Nakana on top Peter Obi and in presidential campaign team. Say they use Peter Obi, they use Labour Party. Chop money. You don't know say as they do they shoot himself in the leg. People will be no one talk sense. Because say they just want pity and based on one or two. Now they are talking. As me and you they talk now. Abure is in soup. It is now clear that Peter Obi lost the last election because of Abure's leadership. I go play the video for you now. I go hear him. Clear everything. He clear like Clara's Peters. Oh yes, you go watch him. Can you imagine? Hey, I watch this video. I say what? Without party agents at the polling unit, Peter Obi still gathered 6 million votes. Without party agent, that is to tell you the number, the level of beating of result that happened. You understand? For them to take out Peter Obi and announce who they want announce, or declare who they want declare, or make who they want make it be winner. For you to beat results, even when a candidate does not have party agent, you don't get party agent too. In party, Labour Party, just the guy, the Peter Obi well. Ordinary level. They submitted. People were even willing to work for free. They submitted names of party. But Abure and his team, their main motive was to chop money now. They replaced the names with the names of those who will pay tax, tithe and offering to them. You know that? They replaced everything. Even those that, in fact, I hear this story, I say, wow. And as all this has happened, Peter Obi still got that 6 million votes. That is to tell you that Obi's victory in the last presidential election was a sweep. The guy sweep everywhere. Make I not talk too much. Aisha Yesufu don't come out now. He don't nakana Abure 2x2 for center head like this. He give him for here. He give him for here. He give him for here. Then they come give him uppercut. Boy. Now I go know what really happened. Why Peter Obi lost that election. Make una help me watch this video. Calm down. Watch the details as because this woman carried the sitcom. Watch the details as she take the nakana the truth one by one. When we come back, no, we're not going to come back because this video go long. Just come and tell me your thoughts in the comment section after watching this video. It was even Labour Party that stole the mandate from Peter Obi. Labour Party. Watch this video.
First and foremost, I'm going to start with the statement Abure made, where he said the party was not involved in any campaign fundraising. They were not involved. They didn't bother about it. I want to say this to Mr. Julius Abure, that statement he made was a big fat lie. I think Abure thinks that this is those days that they used to do their labor unionism, in those days where nobody had internet, nobody could keep records, they could say anything and they would get away with it. That's not where we are today. The Labour Party, before Mr. Peter Obi came out with his campaign account, the Labour Party had their campaign account. And I'm going to put it here. They had their campaign accounts, which was what, and is it not numbers he was calling, right? No, wala. Like I said earlier, I love it when we have this thing. And this is a tweet that they tweeted on the 24th of 2022. And it said, Labour Party 1,000 Naira challenge. Take ownership of the Labour Party campaign by donating a minimum of 1,000 Naira to the account below. Account name, Labour Party campaign account. Account number 12258322994. That particular number, and the bank was Zenith Bank. I'm sure it's still Zenith Bank. And they had things that they had challenge. This thing they had their this. Let me put it out there so that you can even see. They had their flyer there. They did their things and they put it out. When this account, so Labour Party, Julius Abure coming out in 2024 to blatantly lie and say that they were not involved in any campaign, that it was only Aisha, Yesufu, Pastor Itwa. I'm going to come to that. By the way, there are 3 signatories, not 2. To say that's number one lie. Up till now, the Labour Party has not accounted for this particular money that they collected, that the public donated to them. Neither has the Labour Party accounted for the monies that were used to buy forms and all of that. Remember, the treasurer of the party had accused Julius Abure and others of 3.5 billion naira that was mismanaged. Mismanagement of 3.5 billion naira. He hasn't said anything about that. For him to come on air, live, and lie in such a way, only God knows what other things that Mr. Julius Abure has lied about. But anyway, so first of all, we've established that, right? Please don't believe me, go and verify. That's it. When that particular account was opened, I was very angry. And I remember the day I called Mr. Peter Obi, because I was very angry. I was like, we're supposed to have opened an account before Labour Party. And there were many people who kept saying that, but it's still Labour Party. And I kept saying to them, I said, look, any money that is paid to Labour Party account for their campaign donation, we don't have access to it. We can't use it for campaign materials and everything. They will be the ones to decide how they use it. So it's not the same thing. Because there were many people who felt, it's the same thing, it's not the same party. I said, no, it wasn't the same, and it isn't. Because they haven't even used any, not a single dime have they used. We've seen the confession, and I thank Mr. Abure for that, for actually coming out to tell the whole world the truth, that they never contributed to the campaign. Mr. Peter Obi used his resources for all of this campaign he was doing with them, all of those rallies that were being done. We saw how much money, the monies that were raised. I'm going to read those figures out again. Mr. Peter Obi, even with the campaign that we raised, Mr. Peter Obi brought in 800 million naira. So that's it. So for them to come and say that, no, they were not involved in campaign, campaign donation, no, that's not it. So when that account was opened, like I said earlier, I was so angry. Because I was saying to Mr. Peter Obi, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to open that account a long time ago, because it took so much time. And I'll tell you one thing. Even with the public donations that we asked for, Mr. Peter Obi wasn't that comfortable with it. And he kept dragging. I'm like, no, but these people want to do it. It will make the people more invested. When people put in their money, you sure they'll follow it up with their vote. They will talk to people. It took a long time to be able to finally convince him to actually do that. So when Labour Party brought their own account before we did, honestly, I was not happy with it. And I let him know I was not happy with it. To now come and hear Mr. Julius Abure coming out to say that they were never involved in campaign fundraising. Oga, that one a capital lie from the pit of hell. Aisha Yesufu, I was responsible for polling unit agents. There is a statement that Mr. Abure made that they had made the polling unit agent list available. That's a lie. It took a long time. I think we got it like 24 hours before. Even the people that were going to do training, when they kept asking, it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The party didn't want to release those polling unit agents list. You kept asking for it, you kept asking for it, you kept asking for it. For everyone that has followed the campaign accounts, by the way, we've given accounts of every dime that we use, and I'm ready anytime anybody, any group of people or whatever want to scrutinize and re-scrutinize the accounts we did and everything and reconcile it with monies that were paid into the account. Please, we are open. We still open and we are ready for anyone to come and do that. Because of what? Accountability and transparency was the bedrock of which we ran that whole campaign fundraising. There are people who reported me to Mr. Peter Obi because I refused to collect cash from them. There were people who came, oh Aisha, we trust you. Oh no, we give. I said no. This is the campaign account. Before those that came before there was a campaign account, I said no. We are still working on the campaign accounts. When the campaign account is done, then you will pay it. No, Aisha, we trust. No, I said no. And that's why today I can beat my chest. And dare any Nigerian, born of man or woman, dead or alive, that will come and say that they gave a dime to Aisha Yesufu. No. I didn't collect anybody's, and we ensured everything went to the bank, and there was never a time that there was cash withdrawal. Every money from there also went through electronic transfer. We did not withdraw any cash for anybody. So that's one there. In case of the what do you call it now, the bulk SMS, because we were tight. This thing had come, they didn't give us the list on time. I think it was 24 hours to the election that they finally gave us the list. I don't even know whether they gave the other ones or I was the one that sent it to them. And so we needed to send bulk SMS. So we sent bulk SMS to 130 something, is it 36 or 39,000 polling unit agents, asking them, we said to them, send us your account numbers. Send us your account numbers. We got some, I think, was it about 5,000 or less than 5,000 that, sent in the their account details. On the day of election, we had set up everything. We were at the campaign office, came with my team, set up the payment. We're looking for the payment method. That was even when I knew that, they could use, there was a method where people were using their phone numbers. You can use your phone number as account number. All of this, I literally don't want to mention their name, but all of these financial institutions where you can easily get quick account opened for you, and then they were like, okay, because some of the team were like, we reach out to a particular company to say, can we create accounts for them with their phone numbers so that they will have this money. We started paying on the day of election. We started paying. What do you call it now? The polling unit agents. Then something was amiss. Remember, people started saying they were not seeing polling unit agents in their places. Most of the agents that now worked were actually obedient that ended up doing the work and bringing it sheets. So people were saying, so we now, okay, randomly, let's call some of the numbers that we had. We're calling numbers. You will call someone, maybe the name is male, a female is answering, or is female, a male is answering, and they're asking you, they don't know what you're talking about. What polling unit agent, what this, what's that? It was like magic. And immediately I said to my team, I said, stop payment. Yes, I did. Anybody, in short, the Labour Party, the Abure faction, whether it's a faction now or whatever, the Abure and his team, they've hated my guts after election because of one thing, that monies were kept in my hand and I refused to send it to them. So when I noticed that something was amiss, I said, stop all the payments. I think we had paid like, maybe was it 2,000-3,000? I can't remember now. We just started paying. I told my team, stop all the payment. I said, something fishy is happening. That was when we realized that those Abure's people, the Labour Party, had given us fictitious names. Most of the names there weren't the names that were supposed to be there. They had been changed. Yes, I am saying this. If they want to go to court, please let us all meet in the court. Names had been changed. I've never spoken about this publicly because I just felt, whatever has happened, this thing. We found that the names that were on that list were not the names that were supposed to be. Names had been changed. And what they did on election day was that they now started sending to me list of people that I was going to pay them. This one here, 200 million, that 100 million, 50 million here. You see these politicians where they see, so the way they call money millions in politics, you'll be thinking, is it this money that we work hard to get that these people are calling anyhow like this? Oh, send this one to this, send 200 million to this, send this thing to this. And I said, no, I'm not going to send it. On that election day, if pressure and calls and everything can kill somebody, I would have been dead by now. Pressure upon pressure upon pressure upon pressure, calling here, calling here, calling here. I still didn't budge. My husband said, no problem. He supports me, I know that. Later, it was in the afternoon or towards evening. So Mr. Peter Obi spoke with me. And then I said, Pio, we have a problem. I said, with the agents that we're supposed to have, they are not there. They are not there on the street, and they are asking me to send money to people. Okay, let me even add, there's something I've forgotten to add. Why, when they were telling me that I should send lump sum of money to different, I had the names that they sent me. If I got back to the WhatsApp messages that I was receiving, that were being sent to me, and I said, because I said to them, share it is agents you are going to pay. And you know, that time it was the cash, there was that cashless, what happened, that change of money, redesign of Naira that CBN were doing, right? And so I said, there's no money. I said, say you people are going to transfer to the agent. I said, from here, we will transfer to the agents. So you don't need to bother yourself and do the work. In election, that this is not the way election is done. In election, nobody asks questions. I said, well, you are not doing the normal election you normally do. We will ask questions. That's why we want a new Nigeria. If we wanted Nigeria to continue the way where you will not ask questions, they would have simply stayed at home and sleep and allow the people that are already destroying Nigeria to continue to destroy Nigeria. That was what I said to them. There was one particular place where someone asked me, okay, well, that was after the election, we were in a meeting. Okay, Aisha, how did you think you're going to stay in Abuja and then you'll be in charge of the agents? You'll be able to know the agents that are in Sokoto or other states. I said through their phone numbers, because every agent there was a phone number. And then you know the funny thing, what the person said to me. He said, he now said that I said, what did he say? He said that but some of these agents cannot read and write. And I said, if they cannot read and write, how did they become our agents? There was silence. There was silence in that meeting when I said, how, if they can't read and write, how are they our agents? How will they know if figures are changed or not? That was the end of that conversation. So when you had your fictitious name and they wanted to. So let me take you back to when Mr. Peter Obi called. Can't remember whether it was one that called me. I can't even remember. I think it was one that called. And so I said, Pio, there's fire on the mountain. Oh, I said the agents that we're supposed to have, they are not there. Obedience brought in names. Obedience were ready to be agents, not to be even be paid. But yet, names were brought in, names were switched. And they are coming out to say today that they did not take part in campaign fund collection. You think you are in 1900 where you can lie and get away with it? You don't know that the internet never forgets. And so when I told people, I said there's fire on the mountain. Oh, the agents, most of the agents that they say they are not there. You know what people said? He said, Aisha, keep my money. I'm like, yes, boss. Your money is well protected. The day that I spoke to Peter Obi first, when he called me to be on his team, I said two things. I said to him. I said, one, I am not nice. If you expect that I'm going to be telling you things that you would like to hear, I'm the wrongest person you should. And he said he likes hearing bad news. Those were the words he used. He said he likes criticism. And up to today, that's the reason why myself and Mr. Peter Obi can work together. If you tell him, he doesn't mind. Sometimes we're fighting. Sometimes, you know. I mean, there are people that are like, why does she talk to you like that? I mean, some feel this thing. It's like, oh, why did like, why? I don't have time for psychopathy. And the next thing I said to Mr. Peter Obi was that your back will always be safe with me by the grace of God. The day that I feel I can no longer work with you or your back won't be safe with me, I will call you and say, I'm sorry, sir, I need to move on. And so, whatever it is, I will protect everything of his. And he said, keep that money. That was how as soon as I said, yes, boss, the money has been kept. I relaxed. I went back, and that was it. Every other person calling was just entering here and going out. Pull out the one of the polling unit agents. Overall, that he's talking, overall, that Julius Abure was talking about, their polling unit agent, they did not pay them. Very shameless. Very shameless to have made that statement. Like he rightly said, he came out to say, you know, in trying to say something that they've not realized what they now ended up confessing. They didn't donate any dime to the campaign. Instead, it was all about eating. Out of this 324 million that we ended up still spending on polling unit agent, the Labour Party was given 300 million. Yes, 300 million was given to Labour, Abure's Labour Party. That's what they was given to them. Because at the end of it, when the whole thing had finished, Peter Obi decided, okay, we didn't pay the polling unit agent. And that's okay, fine. He was giving them, sending money to them. From Lagos, Edo, all of them. It's all about records, so records don't lie. So they were sent to them 303 million naira. We that we ended up paying, we that were supposed to pay, because we ended up paying, our own was 21 million, because there was nobody to be paid. The other time recently, I saw some people who came from Rivers. You know, when we did the campaign statement account, and then they came, they were like, oh, they didn't know that Rivers had gotten money or some this thing or whoever, this, that. I said, well, you people got. And this is what was given. They said, oh, they were party agent. I said, no problem. Anybody that tells me it's party agent, I will say, come, give me your name. I will check the INEC list. Back and forth. When they come to me, they'll now go to PO, they'll go and talk to other people, then they will now come. So Mr. Peter Obi came to me and said, okay, let's work at this. I said, fine. If we are going to pay them, let them bring the results. Guess what they said to us? And that they didn't make arrangement to collect the result. I said, you didn't make arrangement to collect the result, but you are looking for arrangement to collect the money. I said, well, I know they pay. I said, people, they don't have the results, so what are we paying for? People just sit down. Somebody has worked hard. He's hard-earned money. He's bringing it to run this, and some people are sitting down somewhere waiting to eat somebody's money. Not on my watch. And anybody that will be angry, you Kukuma don't care. Be angry. If you see me, you hold your face, it's your face. I will carry my face and I will also pass. But you see that accountability and transparency, it must be done. The biggest problem, and I kept saying this even before election, in short, when they do SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, the biggest weakness and the biggest threat that presidential campaign had was Labour Party. If Mr. Peter Obi had run as an independent candidate, there's no how they would have been able to rig. There is no how. Because it was dependent on party. The party first of all went on for them to even release this thing. Oh yeah, let's be able to impute agents or whatever. That's what they did. They changed everything. They were the biggest threat that we had. They thought even the obedient, they saw the obedient as their enemies. I kept telling them, I said, you guys are the ones that are going to be the party in power, not us. I'm not ready to come and work as a minister or whatever. I have always said it. I will never do appointment by the grace of God with anybody. I can work as a team. I can work as this thing. We run as an elected. If I want to do public, I will run elected office. You understand? I will enter office and work. Not that I'll be somebody's appointee. So I was telling them, it's you. They fought everybody. They saw because of their small-mindedness. So they can't think big. Julius Abure that was talking about other parties, how they do today, has turned to the person that is doing worse than those other parties. Their small-mindedness was the reason why Tinubu was able to rig election. They kept seeing everybody as a threat. Even the obedient movement, they saw the obedient movement as a threat. The first few rallies that were, first 2 or 3 rallies, there was always a representative of obedient movement that would climb the stage and talk. Guess what? This was how these people quarreled, they stopped putting it. Even me, Aisha Yesufu, that was on, you saw me on that stage, eh? You need to see, it's just that sometimes I'll just do as if I don't know what's happening. You need to see the number of times they were angry that I was speaking on the stage, and I will look at these people. Which kind of human beings be this one? Then get sense, so. Even I said these people sense, they pursue them and then they run past the sense. Because I cannot imagine that I want to be on your stage and you don't see the value that comes there.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innoson Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innoson Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
I beg, if you like this update, subscribe to my channel. I beg, Biko, Ejo, Da Allah. Subscribe.